Welcome. This, my friend, is solo judgment. Just you, me, and your topic flexing muscles. We'll spar with your arguments, test their strength. Simple and perhaps even fun.
Round balls are better than square balls.
Player 1, today's motion is spheres outperform cubes in athletic performance. If you defend this, I evaluate your argument fairly, not my opinion. Listen, player 1, I built my body with discipline, not geometry, but I will judge this fairly. Now tell me, why do spheres crush cubes in athletic performance? Give me your strongest ammunition. Let's go.
Oh, in a sport such as basketball, it's easier to dribble a sphere than it is a cube, and the hoops are round and not square. That would be the first thing.
Listen, player 1, you came in swinging with solid logic here. Spheres dribble, cubes do not. That is physics, not opinion. Your hook example lands clean. But you stopped like you ran out of ammunition mid-mission. You had more to say. Yes, do not leave victories half finished. Player 1, you say spheres are easier to dribble, but footballs are prolate spheroids and dominate their sport. How does shape alone explain performance when grip, weight, and trajectory matter more?
You're simply not talking about a football because a football is not round. I don't know why you bring a football up. That has no logic. In playing volleyball, how would a square or a cube perform in volleyball? How would you bump and pass a volleyball? In games such as kickball, how would you roll the ball in order for somebody to kick it to get it into play? And in baseball, how would a batter hit a ball or hit a cube if it hit on the corner? Until he changed the trajectory or anything that happens in baseball. And if we consider pool a sport, as ESPN would, how would you actually play a game of pool with a bunch of cubes on a table? Spheres are far more superior than cubes would be athletically, without a question.
Player 1, you crushed the examples volleyball, kickball, baseball, pool, all solid hits. But listen, your opponent landed a real punch with that football question. You dodged it instead of addressing why spheroids still dominate athletically. That's the gap. Good work overall, but you left that door open. Player 1, here comes the real fight. Basketball players shoot three-pointers at 45% accuracy with spheres. Yet Olympic hammer throwers hurl metal spheres at only 60 kilometers per hour compared to javelins at 100. How does shape alone win that battle?
Javelin is not a cube or a sphere. So I don't understand your argument there to begin with. And they did address the football issue. Football is the only sport with a ball of that shape. None of the other sports are played with a ball of that shape. Basketball, 3-pointers, 2-pointers, and foul shots are all made with a round ball into a round hoop, not a square one. And you can't dribble a cube. That's the question. That's the argument. And pool cannot be played with a cube. Volleyball cannot be played with a cube. What about dodgeball? How would dodgeball be played if somebody's hit with a cube and it just lands flat? Totally ruins the game. The argument for a cube is weak. And you keep bringing up sports that the object is not a cube or a sphere. You need to stop that.
Player 1, you came in swinging. You dismantled the cube nonsense with real examples. Dodgeball, dribbling, pool. Sharp work. But that hammer throw comparison, it just flew past your defense like a javelin through a windshield. Nice try, though. Listen, you hammered the cube argument into the ground like a champion bodybuilder crushing a final rep. But now prove why spheres win the actual athletic performance battle itself. That is your final stand.
A hammer throw could be any shape, and the ending result would be the same. A hammer throw would not matter the shape of the hammer, be it a square, a cube, anything. It wouldn't matter if it's a cube or a sphere, because of the weight of it digs into the ground and it lands, and it doesn't change anything from that point. That's the only sport where it would not matter. But every other sport that is played with a ball, a stick and ball sport, a sport such as kickball, volleyball, it must be a sphere. It cannot be played, simply cannot be played with a cube at all. It's not possible. It's physically impossible to play it. Water polo, any of the ball, any ball must be a sphere. It cannot be a cube. And your hammer argument is weak.
You just got destroyed by your own argument.
I did not.
You proved spheres are essential for sports, then claimed that proves they outperform cubes. That is not how logic works. You showed they are necessary, not superior. You won the battle, but lost the war. Your case collapsed like a poorly constructed building. I personally think spheres dominate athletically. But your reasoning? That is a fail. You failed to prove spheres crush cubes, so here is your sentence. You must
You gotta be
stand
kidding me.
before this court and deliver a tearful confession.
You gotta be kidding me.
Cubes are superior, complete with dramatic villain laughter and a fake evil monologue about geometric domination. This court is adjourned. Court is adjourned, solo judgment is done and dusted. But don't cool down yet. Invite a buddy to settle a bet, or add more pals for classic court or the dynamite action.
Jackass.
Remember, in my courtroom, silence is criminal.
The show's over. Why are you still here? Go home. Go.